what are we trying to do right here? Well, what is NU trying to do? So they get the ball to Erin Kuykendall up here on the perimeter outside the 12, right? And Izzy, her buddy right here, right? She's gonna come up and she's going to set a pick. If you watch any of NU's previous games, they love the pick and roll, they love screening people, and this combination is deadly. So let's roll through it. So now we have number 45 right here. She's coming through, right? She's gonna go ahead and pretend maybe she's gonna utilize the pick or set a pick for Izzy. Well, she's actually gonna V-cut and get on through to the other side, because if you notice, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll see it in a second, NU players posted on the opposite side of the field. And the reason why they do this, and let's count them, we got 1 right here on the crease, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why do they do that? Well, they are creating space for Izzy and Erin to work, as you can see there. So you see Izzy right here with a nice, good screen. She didn't run up to it, she didn't sprint to it, she just walked up, set her feet, gave the defender time to see it, because that's important. And Erin now starts moving towards Izzy's right shoulder, her Erin's left side, right? And let's rewind this back and I'll show it slow motion, right? She's coming, she's shuffling, lets the defender get or make contact with Izzy. Okay, some people call it refusing the pick. It's actually setting up a dummy pick. Boston College knows that these two like setting up picks, pick and rolls. So obviously Erin and Izzy know this, and so what they do is they set up this pick, and Erin does not use it. Okay, some people call it refusing the pick. It's really just a tactic. They do it in basketball all the time, of setting up a dummy pick so that they can utilize the defender's tactics against them. They see 2 to 3 plays ahead. So anyways, now Erin goes, she attacks super hard once she sees the defender commit, hits Izzy, right? Now she's going towards the middle of the field. Really, she could give like a BTB back to Izzy on this, because both defenders go. If Izzy drops down towards the cage, she's wide open, right? So a little bounce out pass or a BTB if you want to get a little dangerous, right? But instead, Erin at the top of the 8, she's got a cannon. She knows how to shoot, and so now she's already more than a half step away. If you notice this defender right here, she's a stick's length away, plus a little bit of change, right? So that's more than enough space to get your shot up. But a lot of younger players, they'll see that stick in front and believe they're still being guarded. They actually just need to shoot or go through it. So anyways, now Erin takes that shot, power shot on the run, turns her hips back towards cage, sees it goes in, top right corner, amazing shot, and obviously a celebration. But we know how this game went at the end. But let's rewind it one more time. I'm gonna let it play through just fully so that we can see this, and then we'll go ahead and we'll break it down on the field. Okay, slow, slow, slow. Lets everybody get through. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Boom. Lets the defenders commit. Rips it. Beautiful. The thing that I love about this particular play is obviously NU saw the matchups. They created space by overloading one side with 5 offensive players and leaving space for Izzy and Erin to work. The other thing I love about it was Izzy's and Erin's patience in setting up this little pick play, right? If you notice, Erin wasn't immediately sprinting to go and dodge, right? She waited for that 45 girl to cut all the way through, and she waited for Izzy to set the pick, right? So you see Izzy's just posted up there. She's chilling. She waits for that defender to try and get over the top, and then Erin does her thing, right? That's a beautiful thing right there. Izzy was starting to cut down too if she wanted to get that. She could roll down towards cage because it's right there, it's wide open. But, I mean, celebration, hugs, friendship. Let's watch it just one more time, slowly. This is such an important piece right here because there's a lot of players out there that will sprint to dodge. They'll get the ball and they will be impatient and they won't manage the game. And notice, she's walking, right? The defense is not adding any pressure, so she's allowing the play to develop. She's allowing 45 to cut through. She sees Izzy setting up the screen. This is so important. Now that she sees that the play has developed to the point that where she wants it to go, Now she's going to get into her dodge cadence. So she starts with a shuffle. She keeps everything in her right hand. Notice her cradle though too, right? Let's go back to this. Where's her hand? All the way up. I like a high cradle because that's less stick to check, and especially in college and especially this level of play, they are going to poke check you, right? Defender, right? Offensive player, they're going to poke check you out there. So you need to add that level of protection. And then again, watch, shuffle, shuffle. It's just a very simple dodge, right? Shuffle, and then a jab, right? Again, it's using the defender's momentum against them because the defender is starting to move down anyways. She has decent defensive balance right there. She's nice and low, she's athletic, she's ready to spring out, right? But now she gets a little caught up in Izzy's pick right there, and that's so good. That's that high level game IQ that we talk about all the time. If you guys can set that up, that's awesome. So again, slow approach, shuffle, and the shuffle's not fast, it's kind of slow, right? But the explosiveness out of that jab step, that's what we want right there. Now, ain't nobody catching her. It's too late. Even if she wanted to attack, even if she wanted to attack down in, she could have drove through it. But then you have the slides from the other side coming, you know, to wreck her life. So, that's it. You guys ready to go do it? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go do this. All right. See this right quick. Thank you. Just put that right there. Just give you that. Thank you. I'll take that. Appreciate it. Excellent. Good job. Fantastic. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Prime Lacrosse breakdown. Today we're going to be breaking down a really dope play, a two-man play from Izzy Skane and Erin Kuykendall during the NU versus BC championship game, Northwestern versus Boston College championship game. Boston College came all the way back and dominated. I mean, well, they won by like 1 point, but it was still one of the greatest comebacks in women's lacrosse history. If you haven't checked it out, definitely recommend that you check it out. So we're gonna be breaking down essentially what happened. It's not an overcomplicated play. It's actually very simple. So let's just set the context of what happened. Basically, NU gets the draw, they come on down, they start swinging the ball, and they get the ball to Erin Kuykendall, not Izzy Skane, Erin Kuykendall. So today, Aaliyah's gonna be Erin Kuykendall, and Noelle is gonna be Izzy Skane right here. So a 1-2 punch, a two-man game. Now, if you have two people on your squad that have that just synced up energy, this is something that you should definitely try, okay? So, Noelle is going to be the picker, and she's going to be the dodger right here. Now, ball gets to Erin Kuykendall, and now the rest of NU moves to the opposite side of the field. They overload one side of the field. The reason why they do that is so that they can have space for both of these two to operate and to get their shot off, to get a pick and roll, to get whatever they need to get off. So we're gonna show you really quick. So let's go get into positions. So Noelle's gonna get down into her staging position. She's gonna be setting the pick. Aaliyah right here is going to be dodging, okay? I'll be playing defense and walking it through. So, Aaliyah's using our small little stick right here, woohoo! And Noelle's using that. So, I'm playing Aaliyah like this. Now again, remind you, all the other defenders, all the other offensive players are on that side of the field. So we got a lot of space and room to operate over here between these two. So now, here's the thing. As we get that last offensive player moving and cutting through to create space, now what we have is Izzy Skane walking, not jogging, walking into position to set the pick, right? Now let's just assume right here that that's the defender that she's going to be picking. She's really going to be picking me. I'll be stepping in and out on this particular thing. Now as Izzy gets into position, I want you to notice something about her hands. Drop your hand low right here. Yep. That's not where her hands are when she's setting this pick right here. Her hand is, or her top hand is all the way up right here, and she's just relaxed right here. Nice wide stance, gives plenty of time for the defender to see. I'm gonna be playing the defender right now. Now, Aaliyah, who is Erin Kuykendall, all she's gonna do, number one, is look and observe when her teammates have cleared out so that they can set up this two-man play. I believe it was a play on this. Now, Aaliyah is going to just shuffle down towards Noelle, right? What are they trying to do? Now, some people call this refusing the pick. It could be called that, but really what it is it's using the pick as a dummy pick. Boston College obviously knows that Erin Kuykendall, okay, Erin Kuykendall and Izzy Skane love the pick and roll, love the pick game. So they use these two, to their advantage. They set up an op. They set up a deep fake right now because she's actually not going to use this pick. She's going to let the defender get a little bit above Noelle so that she could stumble a little bit, and then she's going to explode out of her shuffle with a nice little jab step back towards cage, towards her right hand, and send that thing flying super fast. So let's walk it through. So now Erin Kuykendall, aka Aaliyah, is going to shuffle down. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. I'm playing horrible defense. She's gonna get to this point right here where Noelle is already setting it. And now, here's what happens. I kind of fall into her. She's gonna step a little bit past right here. She's gonna let the defense try and get over the top right here. Now that's super important. If you're playing this the correct way as an offensive player, you wanna see, scoot out just a little bit this way, keep scooting. You wanna see this defender try and get over the top. Now, if they're gonna switch on everything, that's a little bit harder, but let's just say this defender was gonna stay on Erin Kuykendall the whole time. Let's just say walk this way the whole time, just keep walking, right there. That's what they assumed was going to happen, and that's kind of what did happen. So now, Erin keeps shuffling down that way, gets past her just a little bit, now she sees me. Where now I take maybe just a half step, just a little bit, and I run it into Izzy Skane. Now she punches off that left foot and she goes that way. Now Izzy Skane's defender, she's playing her properly. She's right here, scoot out just a little bit. She's not behind Noelle so that she could switch. She's actually right here so that if Erin's defender gets lost in the sauce, she can go and then recover on that. But Erin Kuykendall was just too good on that one. She shuffled so well, let's get back into position. She shuffled so well, and she got me caught up so good that when she pushed off, ain't no way I was gonna get her. So, that's the simple play breakdown. Let's go a little bit faster on this. So again, I won't even play defense on this, we'll just walk it through, go ahead. Shuffle, 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 jab, push, and fire. We got a fire on this one. Here, we'll switch you off from the PLL junior stick to the gate stick, okay. So we're gonna do it one more time. Let's do it again. So let's start from the very beginning positions right there. So again, what's super important, scoot up just a little bit. What's super important on this is that this attacker shows patience. She's not gonna go down and attack until Noelle is in position and until her teammates have cleared through. That's super important. So let's run it back again, go ahead. So, gets into position, now, shuffle, shuffle, bounce, boo, yeah, woo, go lasso. Now here's the other thing too that's super important on this. Erin Kuykendall obviously goes back this way. Both defenders follow if you've seen that footage, right? If you've seen that play, both defenders follow. What she could have done is give a nice little BTB right there to Izzy, cutting down towards cage, because she does cut down. Or she could have ran out, bounced out, threw it over the top in order to get that pass off to Izzy. So that's also another option because not all plays work out the same. You're gonna have to ad-lib depending on what the defense does and the space you have and all that good stuff. All right, that's pretty much the play breakdown. Now we're gonna show you specifically the dodge. So buckle your seatbelts, stay tuned. The dodge is coming up right now. All right, y'all, we back. Now we're gonna be talking specifically about the dodge. There's nothing really special about this dodge. It's actually really basic and really easy to do. You gotta make sure that you have an explosive jab step. That's, I think, most important, especially about this dodge. There's all the other little things that we talked about in the long description, right? Of recognizing when you have the space, going slow, and then exploding out. But I want to show you simply how easy this dodge is to do. And so, I'm gonna borrow this ball really quick. I'm using my PLL junior stick. The girls are gonna follow along. Essentially, we're gonna be attacking towards this agility pole. I'll use a blue cone to denote where it is. And we're not gonna need a lot of equipment because if you can shuffle and jab, you can do this drill. Okay, so she was in her right hand, obviously. So all I'm going to do is shuffle, kind of lower my stance a little bit, getting a nice athletic stance. I don't want to be standing straight up like this. I want to be nice and bouncy. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Add that jab, maybe a little bit of a stick fake, right? With a little bit of a hitch, push off, get my arms extended, and fire and miss. And that's how you do that. So, how would you actually set this up as a progressive drill? Let me show you. Now I'm gonna grab a couple of cones right here, and what we're gonna be doing is doing a zigzag drill, which is very simple to do. We don't need a lot of space to do it. And we're going to be working on jabbing to the outside, and then I'm going to finish with jabbing to the blue cone. Okie dokie. What I'm gonna be doing is working on a shuffle and a jab. When I get to the end point, I'm going to sink and I'm going to jab to the outside. The girls are gonna join me in this, so they're gonna get a ball. And we're gonna be working with our right hand. You can work on a split dodge if you wanted to. We can keep it in our right hand too. So essentially, we're gonna be working on just a little shuffle right here. And if you notice in the play, Erin has a very high grip. The reason why is because defenders poke check in college, whether you think it's right or wrong, it happens. That's not what we're here to talk about. But they poke check, so she has less stick to check. She could have been in triple threat to get a pass off, but that wasn't her intent. So anyways, going back to the drill, shuffle, 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 sink, jab to the outside. Now I'm gonna pause right here, because now I'm going to be then pushing off and going into my next shuffle towards the next cone, okay? So now, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. This is not how it would really work unless I'm doing a split dodge. Get to the outside, plant, push, boom. Now I'm gonna keep it in my right hand, so now I'm shuffling, 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 jab, fire. Shuffle, shuffle, immediately shuffle, sink, and then finish up with your shot. And now you're up. So shuffle, shuffle, sink. See how I synced? Okay, hold, open up, shuffle, 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 jab, open, shuffle, 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 whoop, push, and go. Ooh, love it. Let me switch that stick, hold on. Here we go.